Hello there, everyone. Ashnflash here, and a little bittersweet right now. I don't know. I'm kind of sad. I really like returning to these old series, but today is the final Bricktober pack for October. I feel like I just started doing this like yesterday. I can't believe October's just gone away just like that. Wow, it's crazy. But anyways. Here we go. Here was the one that you guys voted for. This past month, you guys have been voting for which Bricktober packs you wanted to see me make, and they're meant to be expansions on series that I made over the past year, so in 2019. And this week against Gotham, as well as Minecraft, Star Wars The 20th Anniversary Series 1, which is, in my opinion, probably my most underrated series. Now, I don't want to come off as cocky or anything, but I think that this series is the one that I'm most proud of that I've maybe ever made, just because I think that it feels the most like Lego, and just getting in that mindset was really a lot of fun. It was hard to actually get into making these figures for this pack. Also, just want to mention thank you so much to the people who actually helped me with this. There were so many people just giving ideas in chat over the voice call while I was actually streaming over on my Ashnflash Extra channel, which is always linked at the end if you want to subscribe to that so you don't miss out on live streams of Fortnite, Battlefront, and we're going to be streaming the new Star Wars game when that comes out in a few weeks. But thank you all to everyone who was giving me ideas, who really inspired these 4 choices, so thank you to them. Anyways, everyone, if you haven't checked out that series, I'm going to link it at the end. It is so underrated. It was my April Fool's video, and it wasn't an actual series that was coming, but anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the first minifigure in the pack. I knew that I wanted to do something Star Wars Episode 9 related, and it was almost nearly something else that I'll talk about later on, but I really wanted to do this one minifigure, and it is a Sith Trooper. I really wanted to sit down and actually get rid of all of the detail and just get down to the basics and make it look like a regular stormtrooper back from the early 2000s, which is what I think that I accomplished here. Of course, it's a little different, but he has some black hips, no leg printing, no arm printing, which is very common at the time. He is using the helmet piece, the First Order helmet piece, which I did use in my CMF series, but I've gotten rid of so many of the details. There's so many less lines. I know that it looks really detailed, and maybe it's a little too detailed for a figure back then, but I really got rid of a lot of the lines here, which works really well in my opinion, and it makes it look like this classic figure. He also has the OG blaster, which was just this bullhorn piece with a stud on it. But moving on to the next character, we have someone from the Clone Wars and that era, and anyways, it is, of course, Cad Bane, and I'm really happy with how he turned out. It was fun to sit down again and just get rid of all this detail, get down to the basics of everything, and in terms of like the colors that I used, you had to be really careful and not use certain colors, so that's why it was a little hard, you know, especially with some of the details on the jacket. Maybe there should be some dark brown, but of course you can't because that color didn't exist back then, so I had to use some blacks and grays and stuff. But anyways, he's using Johnny Thunder's hat there, faced forward for the fedora or whatever, I guess you can call it. And then he also comes with 2 revolvers, which is really cool. And I think that this looks like a classic OG Cad Bane with lacking of detail, which is what that whole series was. But next, I'm going to show you another character from Clone Wars. I wanted to include a female character, and I didn't do anyone from the original trilogy in my first series, except for Rebel Friend, I guess. But I wanted to include this character, and it is Asajj Ventress. And I really went down to basics here with using the classic dress piece, as well as just the colors here. Like, there's no bright blues or anything. You had to be really careful, so that's why she's using like the blue here, and for the light blue she's using gray, as well as just the purple on her face. That's actually the purple from the NBA sets, which I used on the old Leia, I think, in the CMF series. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. Her eyes were difficult to do. I had to follow what they did with Palpatine with that weird eye with the pupil in the center, because her eyes are really unique, so I wanted to do that. But I think it works really well because it gives it this kind of cartoony feel, but also sets it in this, I guess, reality from Lego Star Wars from 20 years ago. And her accessories are actually Count Dooku's lightsabers, because that piece that she used, or that she got for herself, didn't exist back then, so I think that works really well for her. And the last character in the pack is probably the one that I'm most proud of, and it is the Mandalorian, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. Maybe the belt might be a little too detailed, but I'm really happy with this. Again, it's hard to use these classic OG colors without using like the dark browns, and I don't know, I just wish that I could have given his torso some detail, but it's fun to see it here with the actual old Boba Fett and Jango Fett helmet here. I struggled with what to do on the helmet because there isn't really anything on his helmet, like there's no markings or anything, so I just have some lines at the top there, but I'm really happy with how it came out. His accessory is actually the classic Boba Fett blaster there, which is like a camera piece sometimes and such, but I'm really happy with this one. I think it's, oh, just so happy with it. But anyways, everyone, what do you think of this Bricktober pack, the final one for 2019? I hope that you guys do wind up liking it. And also, this pack was nearly almost 4 minifigures just from episode 9. It was going to be Rey, Poe, Finn, and maybe Kylo as the updated versions from their episode 9 attire, just brought down to basics here. But I'm happy that I was able to do 4 characters that I didn't include in the series originally. But anyways, everyone, what do you think of this? I had so much fun making this. Maybe for May the 4th, maybe I do another one of this, because I think that this is so much fun to take a look back at these classic characters, or even characters that we've never really gotten before. But anyways, everyone, what do you think? I love this series. I love making this, and I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you all have a great day. Thank you so much for everyone who has voted on the past Bricktober packs, and I will see you all in the next one.